What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
What is up, guys? Candace B here. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Welcome back to my subscribers and welcome to my new ones. I hope you guys have had a great week. So today, instead of doing my regular analysis on GBP/JPY, I thought I might switch it up a little bit. I'm going to be looking at 3 different pairs. I'm going to be looking at GU, EU, and AU. So that's GBPUSD, EURUSD, and AUDUSD. Just to, do something different. I don't trade these 3 pairs on a regular basis, so as a disclaimer, of course, I'm just analyzing based on just what I see and my way of looking at the markets. I'm not telling you to follow me or anything like that. This is just merely for me just to get, an idea of what's going on with the markets on these pairs. I'm not saying that I'm going to be personally trading these particular pairs in the upcoming week, but I might, you never know. It depends on what I see. But anyways, that being said, I'm going to be starting with GBPUSD, so let us get into it. All right, so as always, I just want to start with my top-down analysis. So we are on GU on the monthly, and overall, I can just see that we are in a downtrend just by looking visually at what I see with the naked chart. Price, you can see, is going down. You can see those lower highs, lower lows, and it's just following that structure. So right now, though, in more recent price action, I do see that price has been having a hard time breaking this level here. It's tried once, twice, 3 times in the past few years, and it's been holding as a pretty steady support. So it looks like there is potential that price could be, wanting to get ready to push up and change the direction of the trend, but we will see. Again, this is the monthly, so you never know. And if we go to, this is October. So October, right now, it's pretty indecisive. As you can see, price opened, it pushed down, and then it pushed all the way up, and now it's come back to where it opened. So we still have, a good 10 or so more days in the month to see what's gonna happen. So you never know. At this point, it can close as a doji, it can close bearish, it can close bullish, we don't know. But if we're looking at the previous month's candle, it looks like it was very, very bearish. We have a huge bearish body, but we do also have a strong lower wick, meaning that the bulls did come into the market just to kind of push price up before it closed here. So there is a chance that, price might want to fill that wick before the month end, but we will see. But you can definitely say that this is a zone of some sort. As we go down to the lower time frames, we'll kind of get that more defined. So let's go down to the weekly. Okay, so yes, the weekly, we see that right here just is acting as a more recent support to what is going on in price action right now. I do see that there is this uptrend happening here in the kind of short term, if you want to call it short term, but still quite a few weeks. This is from the beginning of March. It's been pretty much pushing up. So we see that we're in this upward channel, and price has been respecting that channel for a few months now. So this can act as confluence, just seeing that one, we're at a support where price hasn't been able to break past it. So we see that it was the beginning of September that kind of made that support, and ever since it's just been retesting it and kind of solidifying the strength of the support. And then we have the second confluence that we are in this upward channel, and price is just respecting the channel so far. So right now, as we see, last week's candle closed above the zone and above the channel, but it also closed bearish. So for me, I would be wanting to see a bullish candlestick start to form. If price were to close bullish in this next week, then there is a good chance that price will continue up, maybe towards this area where it had previously pushed down, and kind of go from there. But yeah, it would be more so this GU might have to set up a little bit further, personally, for me to be comfortable with taking a trade. With any USD pair, there should be some caution when trading it just because of everything going on in the political world and Trump and whatnot. So fundamentals might take over the technicals at some points. We don't know, but if the US dollar gets weaker, then, there is that chance that we'll see that push up. So let's go down to the daily and see. Mind you, I haven't really looked at GU in a long time, so I'm just trying to go by the technicals myself. So I think the most recent kind of up and down movements of GU is just pretty much from the British pound. I know last week I was mentioning that there was quite a bit of news on Brexit and whatnot and a lot of indecision. So I think there was a lot of indecision with just GBP in general, and that has been kind of causing these up and down motions. But either way, through it all, price has maintained this structure here. Let me just actually get my zone a bit more detailed. I feel like it would be better just to have a zone here, so it's a bit more accurate. I do see that the last daily candle did close as a bullish doji, so that is an indication that price could be moving up, you know, wanting to push up, but it may take some time to kind of set up, so we'll see. We don't know. For me personally, I'd be looking for sells if price starts to get under here and close under here, just so you know, you take that sell right here, and then you can use this as your take profit area. But for buys right now, price would have to stay in this channel and above this zone, and then you can kind of map out your take profit from there. So going down to the 4 hour, just wanting to see, yeah, I think this is definitely GBP. Just a lot of weird movements, nothing structural wise. You can see that, you know, price is moving pretty much sideways here. You can't really see higher lows, higher highs, so I would want to see price start making more defined structure before I would even, you know, consider entering a trade. We need to see that movement, that I need to see that structure like this. Like I need to see that, because then it's easier just to, you know, place your stop loss to figure out where you want your stop loss and where you want your take profit. It'll be much easier to figure that out, as opposed to just trying to guess, okay, let me take a buy here, it looks like it's going up, oh, it dropped, okay, let me take a sell, like, you know. So this will be a patience game for sure. H1, let's see, yeah, the lower the time frames, just the more crazy it looks. And of course, you know, you can trade this. So last week, you know, on the 14th, you see that price closed as a doji, and then the next candlestick was a bullish one and it engulfed it. Then you can be, you know, looking to buy that. I can see that a lot of people would have, you know, caught good buys if they were to trade that. Sells, it was a little bit more confusing, just because, you know, how would you know where to get in on a sell? How would you know that this wasn't just, you know, a pullback for a further push up? So it would be more so that there would be more valid buys, in my opinion, just from what I'm seeing, just because we have the confirmation that it was in the upper channel, it still is, and that it's above that zone. So yeah, and then, you know, for anyone who uses, I guess, Fibonacci, they can, I'm sure, map that out, or EMAs, that can be more confluence of the direction. But right now, as you can see, this just looks really messy for sure. So yeah, just the fact that with GU, you know, we have GBP with Brexit, and then the USD with the, you know, presidential campaign. This might be a kind of a tough pair to trade, but I still wanted to take a look at it, you know, see what's been going on with it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I see with GU. I'm going to move on to EURUSD now. All right, so I'm on the monthly on EU, and still see that lower high, lower low structure like I saw on GU. We see that there was a lot of consolidation, kind of smaller candles in this area, and then price was able to break up above it. So I think right now, so of course with price rallying up so strongly, there would be some sort of pullback. And since we're on the monthly, of course, you know, those are strong moves. So there is a chance that price might want to pull back down, just because I see there is this kind of traffic area here where price has tapped it multiple times. I do see that price already did come down and tap it, but it may want to do it again and then push up, you know, forming some sort of bullish candle and pushing up. So anyone who's kind of a swing trader or position trader, they may be waiting for a bullish candle to be printed and closed on the monthly above this kind of area, which would indicate further buys for them. But for sure, you know, pretty bearish right now with that pullback happening on EU. Let's go to the weekly. So when we go down to the weekly, it appears that there is kind of a pretty, kind of like a higher low, higher high structure. I guess I can see, you know, you can see that happening, but again, just a lot of just weirdness. Price is starting to move sideways. It was moving in some sort of structure, but now we have that sideways movement. So it would just be a matter of waiting to see price break out of that structure, whether it be to the upside or to the downside. if it's to the upside, you know, having candles close above this zone would make sense for further buys. For the downside, having candles close below this area would make sense for sells. So it's really just kind of waiting for structure to make itself more apparent and then following it from there. Yeah, as someone who just looks at price action, that's pretty much what you'd wait for. And then, you know, you want your confluences as well. So if you're able to draw kind of a channel or a trend line and it's bouncing off the trend line, and then you mix that with the candlesticks, the patterns of the candlesticks, then you can kind of add up your confluences just to see if it's a good trade to take overall. So yeah. Going down to the daily. Yeah, just a lot of sideways movement. I mean, nothing too special on EU. This doesn't look too appealing for me to trade personally. So yeah, I would just be not even looking at this, to be honest. I don't see much happening here personally. Even if you're looking here, like if anyone were to be trying to take trades here, it's kind of like, where would you take your trades? How would you know where price was gonna make a lower high? And then, you know, how would you know where price was going to reverse and whatnot? There wasn't much confirmation, and the candles don't look too strong. They don't look like they know what they want to do. You see a lot of these kind of doji type of candles here, like that's just price literally opening and closing exactly where, you know, it started. You just got to wait for price to know what it wants to do. So H4, a lot of sideways movement. Let's see if there's any structure here. Yeah, there is some structure on the H4 if we're looking at lower highs, lower lows, and whatnot. You see that there was this kind of channel here that price broke out of. So it was kind of moving up, and then we have that break and kind of a retest, kind of a pullback for a further push down, and now it's kind of going down. So I can see, you know, sells being valid maybe back down to this area if price were to want to come back down to this area, but you never know how long that might take. That can take a week or two, or it can just, you know, take a day. You never know. But I see that the bears are more so, I feel like, in control right now. So again, Euro, a lot of Brexit stuff going on. In addition to USD, a lot of politics, presidential stuff going on. Just got to be careful with these pairs and wait it out and see. But yeah, I can see price breaking down here, and if it's able to come back up to retest it, then this would be a really good area to get in on, in my opinion, because looking left, it would be an area where price had tapped before, so it would be somewhere that it's been familiar with in the past, and that it probably would come back up to if it were to break down past it. This would make more sense, or, you know, price can just break down and keep going down, but in that case I wouldn't even personally look to take a trade, because I want that retest. I want that confirmation that there was that move, that push, the exhaustion, and then further push down. But yeah, for me, if I were to choose a bias, for sure I would be looking for sells right now. I don't really see buys, but you never know. Price can also do something where it comes down to this area and kind of forms a double bottom and then pushes back up. So yeah, you never know. Just confluences are needed. That's basically the bottom line. Confluences are needed. And yeah, H1 just looking really, really messy. So higher time frames again would be preferred, because what is going on? Like, what is this? I don't know. This does not look good at all. All right, gonna go to AUDUSD and see what's up with that. All right, so we are on AUDUSD, and I really have not looked at this chart in a while. Yeah, this kind of looks all over the place on the monthly. You can see that there was just a lot of, you know, sideways movement, and then price bottomed out, and then boom, it just pushed right back up. I don't know, this is kind of hard for me to read personally, I'll be honest. I wouldn't be looking to trade this at all. I mean, I can see that price came back down to this late level, so that makes sense that when it came here, it just legit pushed up, but it created it did a fake out first, you know, it did that fake out before it pushed up, so that's kind of hard to read. But anyone who trades AUDUSD, comment down below what techniques, what methods do you use to trade this pair, because I am all the way confused. You see price kind of pushed down, like boom, and then boom, it came back up. So it's like something must have happened here. I'm assuming some sort of news event possibly, or oh yeah, this is, I guess this is when COVID was announced, but I don't know. I don't know. But if I'm looking at more, current price action, we do see that there is more volatility coming into the markets overall. We see that, price did push down very strongly towards the end of September, and then boom, it pushed back up. But now it is pushing back down toward mid-October. So it could be starting to kind of form some sort of structure. But in this case, you just got to look for your key levels where price is wanting to create support and resistance and whatnot. So in this case, see that price created resistance here and support here. Right now, price looks to have tested again for the second time recently this kind of support area. So I'd be curious to see if price is able to maintain it in this next week. If this next upcoming week, if the price closes as a bullish candle, then there is a chance that price might want to push up just to this area. If price closes bearish, underneath, then you can kind of be looking for the next level where price might be wanting to push down towards. But yeah, AUD I would probably want to wait another week to see. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, it's just quite a bit of sideways movement right now in this range. For those who trade the ranges, you can be looking to wait for price to come down to here, and then looking for a bullish candle that closes above. Then yeah, you can take buys to wherever. Or if price pushes up here, you could be waiting to see a bearish candle and then take sells. So that's definitely plausible for sure. That is definitely something that I'm sure people would trade, but for me, obviously, I'm definitely not going to be trading AU. It doesn't look appealing to me at all. You can see that price did break this structure though. There was a trend line and then boom, it broke. It didn't really retest it though, so I don't know. Who knows? I might want to come back up to here and then push back down. Let's go down to the 4 hour. 4 hours just looking crazy. 4 hours looking pretty bearish, to be honest, in more recent news, but it is moving sideways right now, so gotta just wait and see what price wants to do from here. I wouldn't be surprised if this is just kind of building some sort of momentum, some sort of volume in order to break down past this area. And then you'd wait for that retest, push down, or again, like I said, just wait for it to come back down to this area and then push back up. So definitely gotta be alert and ready for any moves on AU if you trade it. It's just moving sideways, nothing really to see here, nothing really happening, but there were some moves in the last week if you took sells. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I see. And someone is mowing their lawn outside now, so I'm gonna close out this video. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed these pairs that I quickly analyzed, let me know by smashing that like button. I'm sorry that it seemed kind of rushed, but yeah, I just wanted to take a look at these pairs and see what was going on, if I saw any structure that I recognized or whatnot. But yeah, it's safe to say I'll probably be sitting out of these pairs, sticking with GJ, even though GJ is kind of crazy itself. But yeah, let me know if you trade any of these pairs that I looked at today. Comment down below. I would love to hear from you. And last but not least, don't forget to subscribe so you know when I post another video. In the meantime, feel free to check out any of my other videos on this channel and my other channel. But I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I hope you have a great day, week, and life. Bye!